Hello, my name is Rick Lear. This is the Lear Investment Management webcast titled In Our Kitchen. We call it In Our Kitchen as a metaphor for getting into our minds to understand our current thinking on investment topics. Today we discuss breaking the chains of mediocrity. We want to break the chains of mediocrity in search of more rewarding outcomes. As investors, we discuss this topic through the lens of investing, but we also hope there are parallels to other aspects of your life. We call this episode Fine Chicken. Oftentimes in life we get caught up in our daily routines and we miss more meaningful, rewarding relationships. Sometimes digging deeper, getting out of the easy old habits can lead to sublime outcomes. Let's use an example of a conversation to illustrate. Imagine a married man with kids and a job. After a long day at work, the gentleman comes home. He's greeted by his loving wife. How was work? Fine. How are the kids? Fine. Then he asks, what's for dinner? Chicken. Fine chicken. This conversation represents a daily routine conversation. You may have many of them with coworkers, with friends, with neighbors. The questions and answers are not very thoughtful. The interaction doesn't encourage an exchange of information. To us, there's an acceptance of the mundane and just going through the motions. Nothing's harmed, but nothing much is gained. We've witnessed this brand of exchanges in many areas of life, including business. We believe this chains can be broken and results can be enhanced. So we start with, number one, asking better questions. Perhaps in this example, a more open-ended question. You take time to care. It's a desire to want to know more. These actions will prove to be beneficial in relationships with our clients and in conducting our research. One example of our desire to move beyond fine chicken is our questioning of the traditional investment strategy. We ask the questions, why are the traditional rules in place? Another example of how the team at Lear Investment Management moves beyond fine chicken is our research. We do not take what the Wall Street analysts say as the gospel. We dig deeper to get under the cover and find the answers. Great example is Apple. For many years, the Wall Street analysts have been calling for the demise of Apple. They're selling less iPhones, they say. Well, they are selling less iPhones. However, there's more people with iPhones, and those people with iPhones are buying services via iTunes and iPay and Apple Music. And now, the services business is $28 billion. Just the service business of Apple is large enough to be a Fortune 100 company. Also, consider this. Apple sells more watches than the country of Switzerland. These are examples of how we dig deeper, how we go under the covers, how we make sure we're not just taking what everyone says for granted, and we're doing this because we care about our clients. We're doing this for better outcomes. We hope next time you're faced with an old way of doing things, accepting things just because that's the way it was done in the past, that you take pause and you think, is there a better way? We hope you think about this in life and with your investments. And when you think about investing, we hope you think about Lear.